Good day, students and our highly esteemed parents. My name is Engineer Emmanuel Ononcha. I'm your mathematics teacher. This morning I'll be taking you mathematics. I want to believe that you are enjoying your stay at home and you are keeping to preventive measures considering the current pandemic in town. Washing your hands with soap and water, running water, and covering your nose with nose mask and maintaining social distance just to maintain safety. I'll be taking you simple equation, and from the word simple equation, there's a key word there that I would like to explain. From the word equation, we have equality. A layman understanding of equality. Equality simply means comparing two things. I mean a state where two things are equal. When you have A and B and say A and B they are equal, that is the word we call equality. So in simple equation, it means that we are comparing two quantities to solving problem. Now at the end of this class, you should be able to solve simple equation and apply simple equation to solving practical life problem. Now in mathematics, there is a distinction between equation and expression. When you hear the word expression, it's not just a grammatical expression. No, an expression is just a simple statement, mathematical statement. You can have an expression such as this. You can have x plus y. Instead of writing x plus y, you can put it in mathematical statement. X plus y is an expression. But any expression that has equality sign, this is the word equality. Once an equality sign is present in an expression, it's no longer called ordinary expression. It is called linear or simple equation because of the presence of this equality sign. So in mathematics, once you are solving, you are asked to solve maybe a linear equation like this. There's what we call left hand side. I denote it with LHS. And there's what we call right hand side, which is denoted by RHS. So it means that the quantity of what you have in the left hand side should be equal to the quantity of what you have in the right hand side. So it means that now this x and y, which you don't know, which is an alphabet, which you don't know, they are usually called variable. It means that if I have x plus 2 equals to 4, it means x is a variable. If I have x minus 3 equals to 8, it means x is a variable. And if I have 2y plus x is equals to 8, it means y is a variable, x is a variable. Here we have one variable, there we have one variable, and in the third one we have two variables, x and y. So we are going to be solving simple linear equation. I'm going to give you some examples and how we can go about solving simple linear equation. There are two things we want to achieve here. We are going to apply two methods. The first method is just method of solving simple linear equation. Method of solving equation. We have one method we call collection of like term, collecting like term. And the second method is called balance method. So in each of these methods, the ultimate aim, our result will be the same. So either collecting like terms or using a balance method, either collection of like terms or collecting like terms or using balance method, we are going to arrive at the same result. For example, let me give you an example. Example 1. Solve the following equation. So we have A, we have x minus 3 equals to 4. B, we have x plus 2x, 2y, x plus 2 is equals to 10, for example. Now, in this two equation here, x minus 3 equals to 4, and we have x plus 2 equals to 10. There's, just like I said earlier, this x is a variable, this x is a variable. Finding the value of x, which is a variable, is what we call solving solution to a linear equation. It means that the value of x is the solution to the equation. So let's see how it is done. And I want to apply the method of collecting like terms. It means we have x minus 3 equals to 4. We have left hand side is x minus 3 and the right hand side is 4. It means that this quantity should be equal to this quantity. Now, how do we get the value of x here? we have this. This one will now become, so we are solving by balance method, solving by completing the square. Solving by collecting like term, rather collecting like term. Now, what we mean by like terms in mathematics is quantities or variables that are alike. It means that x has no other likeness here. There is nothing, no quantity that looks like x. But when you look at this 4 is a digit, minus 3 is also a digit. So you have to bring them together. And when you are collecting like terms, it means you are bringing quantities or numbers that are alike. So it means that we have x minus 3 is equals to 4. So if you take 3 to the other side, because 3 and 4 they are digits, while this one is a variable, we are going to have this one is equal to x equal to 4. Now, in mathematics, when you have a negative number traveling to the other side, the right hand side, which carries a negative number, you have a number that carries a negative number. As it's traveling to the right hand side, the sign will change to positive. It means it's no longer going to be minus 3 again. As it's going to this side, it's going to be plus 3. So it's going to be x plus 3. And x is equal to 4 plus 3. You agree with me that 4 plus 3 is 7. So x is equal to 7. What this simply means is this: the left hand side should be equal to the right hand side. If you put 7 here, it means that 7 minus 3 will give you 4. This shows that our answer is correct. So 7 is the solution to this equation. To put the value 7 here as the value of your x, which is the unknown variable, then your answer will be 4. Then let's solve the second one. We also have x plus 2 equal to 10. In this case, you will agree with me that 2 here is positive. 10 here is also positive. 2 and 10, they are digits, while x is an unknown variable, which we don't know the value. So solving this one, solution as usual, x plus 2 is equal to 10. It means x is now equal to 10. As this one is traveling, just like I said, as this one is traveling to the other side, it's positive, so it's going to be what? Negative. It means that x is equal to 10 minus 2. 10 minus 2 will give you 8. So the solution to this equation is now 8. So when you put the 8 here as your value of x, you put 8 here, 8 plus 2 will give you 10. This shows that our answer is also correct. So I'm going to digress a little. In a situation where the value of your variable is not unity, there's what we call coefficient of term. This is a term, this is a term, this is a term. It means that in the whole of this equation, we have 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. This term, the coefficient of x here is simply 1. So the coefficient of a variable or an alphabet is the number that must be multiplied by the alphabet to form a term. So the number that is multiplied by x to form this term is 1. So 1 times x is going to give us x. So let's solve. Let me give you example 2 where we have a coefficient. Example 2. Solve the equation. Solve the equation. You have this. For instance, you have this minus x plus 3 is equal to 3x. Alright, it's equal to minus 3x plus minus 3x plus 11. Alright, you're having something like this. It looks so complex than the other one. Now look at it. X here and x here, there's something that is common between this and this, this and this. So there are this and this are like term because they are carrying x, and this they are also like term because they are not carrying, they are just digits without x. So you collect like term, collect like term. When you are solving this one, you are going to have something like this, minus x. This one is traveling to this side. Of course, you agree with me that this one is going to be plus 3x. Alright, you are taking this one to this side. I said the sign will change from negative to positive, plus 3x. And of course, this one is going to give you 11. This one is traveling to this side. This one is here already. It's not traveling. This one is going, crossing the equality sign. Of course, the sign will